Whoa, whoa. Hello. Testing. Anybody there? If you hear me, give me some kind of response. Maybe a thumbs up. What up, Caleb? How you doing, buddy? Okay, let's see. Who's a little evil? Maybe Eric? What's up, Eric? Nice to meet you via YouTube. What up, Jax? I'm not gonna lie, it's a little weird talking and not hearing anybody talk back. Let me know, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. What up, Jack? Jack and Jax. Okay. Hold on, let me see if I have any volume. I want to hear your... Okay, Caleb, you can hear me? That's good. Everyone else hear me okay? What up, Shane? How you doing, buddy? I can too. Jax, you good? Dogs are barking at the door. All right. I think, is that everybody? Is that all 5? 4, who are we missing? Eric, Jack, Jackson, Shane, Caleb. Who are we missing? Why are there only 4? Hold on a sec, guys. Let's see. I got Eric, Jack, Caleb, Jackson, Shane. Hold on. No one says there's only 4 of you guys, but I'm pretty sure there's 5. So, have you guys had a chance to go over the meal plans and the workout stuff? You can just give me thumbs up every time I ask a question. Eric, yes. Caleb, yes. Jax, yes. So that's 3. Eric, Caleb, Jack. That's 5. There's only 4. All right. Jack, cool. Has anybody started working out yet, or started trying to follow? How about the workout plan? Has anyone followed the workout plan yet, or started to? Same thing, thumbs up. Caleb, I know you have. You can give me a thumbs down or no if you haven't. Yes, sir, Jack, yes. So I got the program right here in front of me, and I want to see if you guys, Shane, cool. Let me know. So the whole point of this test group is that you guys can run through this program and help design it yourself, right? So you can give me, let's see, me and my dad have been following a similar program. Cool. Eric talked to your dad about that. So yeah, you don't need, this is for Eric, you don't need to necessarily follow this to the T, but it's just suggestions. And like I said, you already work out with your dad already, so that's cool. And then you can always look through it, find anything new, anything that's different. Maybe you can add it to your existing program. Let's see. So for you guys in the test group, the idea is that I give you out this, like kind of a rough draft of this program, and you can kind of run through it, read through it. There should be some questions that come up. So if you have any questions that come to mind or that you've written down previously, now would be a good time. Because this particular webinar that we're doing right now is we're just it's not really planned, so we're just kind of improvising here. But we're going to use it as an opportunity to kind of straighten out and answer any questions, and kind of help you in your these like final 8 weeks to the season time. So if you have questions, anything right now, write them down, and I'm going to answer them and or copy them down myself so I can answer them later if need be. If you do not have any questions at the moment, say no. Not yet, okay. And then Shane, is that not yet because it makes sense and you're based on your experience, you're able to figure it out? It's all been pretty straightforward. Okay, cool, Caleb. So Caleb and Shane, you guys are good so far? Yeah, it's pretty simple. Okay. During the group workouts, will you still help tweak little things with our swings? Oh, absolutely, Jack. Absolutely. Yeah, pretty straightforward, I think. Yeah, so with the on-field stuff, which obviously it's downpour all day today for the next few days, we're gonna try and make it up, or at least get out there on the field next weekend, next Sunday, and for sure we work on specific baseball stuff. So no, I understand. Okay, Eric's got it. Eric, you're good. Okay. I think that was that everybody? Okay. Let's see. Will the group workouts be more conditioning or more hitting fielding? So the group workouts are going to be, I'm going to run you through, we're going to do like a warm-up stretch routine, right? A pro stretch routine that I used to do with the Colorado Rockies. So it's going to be professionally designed stretch and warm up, and then we're going to go into our long toss. It's the program that I did that I kind of tweaked and designed myself over the years, having came back from like a couple different injuries, and it helped me incredibly to increase my arm strength and to eventually get up to throwing 95 miles an hour. So I'm pretty experienced when it comes to those things: long toss, increasing power, and even running speed. I wasn't a very fast guy myself, but I was able to put in work to dramatically improve my speed, especially my 60 time. So the workout will look like this, and I'm going to send out a kind of like a little outline of what it's going to look like. It's going to be the warm up and stretch. Then we're going to go into our long toss. The long toss is going to be anywhere from like, at first it's going to be maybe 15 to 20 minutes, but ideally I want to build your guys' arm endurance, and that's just going to increase your arm strength, your arm durability, your velocity, arm speed, and everything. We're going to get up to throwing to 20 to 30 minutes each long toss, okay? Because it is a conditioning for your arm, for your entire body. But at first we're gonna start out around 15-20 minutes and then gradually build it out, and then we're gonna go for max distance when we do long toss, okay? And so that'll be, let's just say 20 minutes. After that we're gonna get into the hitting, and we'll go, depending on the weather, if perfect conditions and we are out we have access to the field and the cages, then we will have, also depending on how many guys sign up. So I'm only gonna take a set number, and I'm going to keep it small, like 16 at the most. So the groups will be pretty small. And then I'll have different stations set up in the cage as well as on the field, with either me throwing, or maybe I'll get a helper that can throw some BP. My BP is probably the best, but I'll try and get someone that can throw some good BP, or we'll set the machine up for like curveballs or something. And so they'll be live on the field swings and in the cage. There's a lot of tee work and front toss and stuff like that. And then obviously the more accustomed you get with working with me and what the things that I teach, that I coach, you'll be able to kind of do those stations on your own, right? As you become familiar, and then I can kind of run the live portion of the workouts. So anyways, the main portion of the workouts are going to be hitting. Okay. At the end of the hitting, we will do a conditioning, probably like 10 to 15 minute conditioning, and then finish it off with like a little stretch to cool down. So overall, I'm thinking each workout can be anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. So we're gonna put in some time. But again, like if you guys think that that's too long, like if it's cutting into your homework time, schoolwork, stuff like that, family time, then you just let me know. Of course, you can leave at any time. It's not mandatory. Even showing up is not mandatory. If you have to miss a weekend, then you can miss a weekend, no problem. But the beauty of it is that you have a program then that you can follow on the days in between. So you're never really missing a day, right? So if you have access to a tee on your own or any kind of other cage, and maybe you can't make the workout with me, then I'm gonna have things, printouts, downloads that will give you a what to do, like in cage workout, right? Like how to hit, different type of tee drills and stuff like that. Whether you're on your own or you have a buddy, there'll be soft toss drills, different types of stuff like that. So really, I'm working with you every single day, except obviously those once a weekend I wanted to get together and to actually be able to see your guys' improvement. You get to work with me one-on-one. I get to see you in person. So how does that sound? Thumbs up? And let me know if that made sense. I'm kind of rambling here. Cool. Eric cool, Shane cool, Caleb cool, Jack's cool. That's 4. See, who are we missing? Man, Jack. Jack is here. Oh, there it is. Now it says 5. All right. Let's see. What else? What are your guys' thoughts on the meal plan, meal guide? Because I know that's kind of the question I have is like, you guys don't do the shopping. You guys don't do the cooking. So I totally understand that, but I just want to see if you've talked to your parents about it, if it's something that I know, I think Jack and Jack's dad, and who else did I talk to? Cassie, Caleb's mom, about the meal plans, that they're kind of down to kind of support you guys through it. But that's kind of my question, is how much I can do for you there in the meal department. The idea is that I want you guys to begin to understand the importance of nutrition in sports and in performance and recovery, because it is just as important as you're working out, believe it or not. And diet and nutrition isn't just for people that need to lose weight. So you guys are young and all you guys are fit and in shape, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be eating good. Your body needs nourishment. Your body needs nutrition. Vitamins, minerals, especially since we're athletes and we're putting tremendous strain on your body. So your body needs more nutrients than the average person. So when we eat soda, candy, and junk food all day long, it's it tastes good, it gives you energy in the form of sugar, but ultimately it's not doing your body any good. Especially as you age, as you build muscle, more muscle that you have, that muscle needs the nourishment. So protein, proper carbs, clean carbs, and healthy fats are very important to have into your diet on a regular basis. It doesn't mean that you can't once a week here and there have your treats. I absolutely, trust me, I understand about the sweets. So does that make sense? Let me know if I don't know, let me know if you have any questions about like the meal plans or like the meal guide, or if the meal plan is even something that you want every month, kind of like as suggestions. Dogs are barking. Anybody? My dad's been showing me how to add veggies and healthy fats to my meals, also taking in tons of protein before and after workouts. Cool, Eric. Very nice. Will it help gain weight? Yes, Jax. So the beauty of it is that when you consume, and you know your dad knows this, but when you consume whole foods, real food, healthy, clean sources of protein, fats, carbs, you can eat as much as you want, especially because you guys are still growing. So as long as you focus on a good protein source, Shane, cool, a good protein source, especially like with most of your meals, depending on how much you eat. So in my opinion, you can just eat when you're hungry. So if you need to eat 3-4 times a day, then you need to prepare, plan accordingly, and then making healthy choices. So like when you guys are all in high school, so and I know it's gonna be difficult because I used to crush the cookies and chocolate milk at snack in high school. We used to have a snack period, but anyways, and then I'd eat like 4 slices of pizza for lunch. So I wasn't really helping myself in high school. I didn't learn about nutrition really until I was about 20 years old in college after an injury. So making healthy choices. So sometimes you're limited if you're starving and there's absolutely nothing around, then just do your best, right, with what you've got. But typically like snacks can be nuts and seeds and fruit. You can do, say, I don't know what you guys have at lunch anymore. It's not really great. If you have milk, if you have a milk option, grab milk. Anything that has the additional protein and something that can fuel your body and your muscles. And you get to eat as much as you want of these foods. Just as a general, like, kind of rule of thumb. So like if you're looking at the nutrition, Caleb, cool. Like if you're looking at the approved foods that I have on there, obviously not every single food is listed, but all those foods are clean sources of vegetables, of protein, fats, dairy, carbs, fruits. So even if you have to go to a gas station, you know, when you guys are traveling on the road, doing tournaments in the summer and stuff like that, there's always healthy options at gas stations. You just have to make the effort. You have to stick with, you know, remind yourself what you're doing when you consume food. So it's not just for taste, that it is for nourishment, for your muscles, for your body to build and repair itself. You gotta remember, every time that you throw a ball, you're putting tremendous pressure, torque on your shoulder, your elbow. You know, every time you're sprinting and running and jumping and stopping and cutting, changing different directions, you're putting strain on those ligaments, those tendons, those muscles. Even though you don't feel it, there's still microscopic little tears that are going on and inflammation. So the foods that you eat dramatically can control that process and can limit soreness and stuff like that. Does anyone have any other questions? The problem is I don't hear you guys talk. I'll just keep talking. So if you have a question, just throw it up there. And we'll try to keep this live short, maybe just like another 20 minutes or so. Just wanted to touch base, test it out. I think it's kind of cool, actually. Anything? Do you think you could talk about recovery? Jack, yes. Learning how to eat. Learning how to eat for purpose. For pleasure. Yes, very good, Eric. Exactly. Caleb. So it's not like an exact science, but like I worked with a kid this last, and I'll get back to your guys' other questions. That's the thing. Now, when you do have questions, I gotta like write them down real quick. So I worked with a kid this past summer. It was a college kid. He's about he was 19 at the time, and I ran him through this similar program, and he wasn't super strict with like a diet or anything, but I mean, he was definitely making better choices, and he was consistent. I think it was 3 days a week, like I have in your guys' program, and he put on 20 pounds in I think it was 6 or 8 weeks. So in about 2 months, he put on close to 20 pounds of muscle. And so that was pretty impressive. And he was pretty much a beginner. Good sized kid, but just not a whole lot of muscle mass. But he went from, I believe it was 170 to 190. So, I mean, in the beginning, when you're first starting out on a strict or on a like well-designed, like structured program, and you progressively add weight each week, you progressively get stronger, you progressively gain muscle, right? So with strength gain, muscle gain will also follow. It's obviously much slower than, gaining fat or even losing fat. Building muscle is a slow process, but if you do it correctly, you're going to get some spurts in muscle gain, especially like at your guys' age. So it's going to change for everybody and from month to month for that individual, but you can definitely look for 5 to 10 pounds in a month, like realistically. And then there'll probably hit times where you'll plateau, and that's okay. Plateaus are okay. It's just your body has adapted to what you've been doing. Therefore, you'll need to either take a rest and then start building back up, or you just stay consistent and you just keep working through it, and eventually you will bust through plateaus, and then the weight gain starts to go back up. The healthy, lean muscle mass. Excuse me. Did that answer your question, Caleb? And then Jack, your question was about recovery. Was that Jack? And then what was the other question? Shoot, I didn't get a chance to write it down. Arm strength program. A program of all things you do at home. At home. Just give me a sec. I'm gonna write strength program. Okay. Who asked the question earlier? There was a recovery from Jack. There was something else. Sorry, guys. It's hard to focus on. What was the other question? If you had a question, you can just repeat it. If I haven't answered it yet. Jackson, I'll get to yours. And then so recovery. So Jack, what specifically about recovery? Like arm, body, everything? The nutrition of recovery, or like or like workouts, or what? Like arm and legs. Okay. Jack is arm and legs recovery. Arm and leg recovery. Okay, so Jack, is that something specific? Like, are you like sore, fatigue, or is that something specific, or are you just curious about it? Strength program tips. That was Jackson who asked about that. Just curious. Okay. Well, definitely for arm, legs. The arm, obviously, for throwing, we put a lot of torque on it, so you have to learn to listen to your arm, and know the difference between pain and soreness. Okay, there's a big difference between pain and soreness. So soreness, I mean, you guys have probably all at least worked out well, you guys are working out now, you're probably experiencing soreness in your muscles. So give me a thumbs up if you know the difference between pain and soreness, or even if you want to explain the difference real quick. Difference between pain and soreness. What is it? Jack was arm, leg recovery. Anybody? Anyone? Anyone? Let's see. At home stream. Anyone? I guess you could say no rather than me wait. Say no, I don't know, or something. Jack, I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Okay. Good. That's actually good if you don't know. Okay, I don't know. Okay, cool. So chances are, if you've ever you guys ever run, like at the beginning of baseball season when you run sprints or something, or the first time that you've worked out, do you remember how your muscles felt the next day and the day after? How did your muscles feel? Typically it's 2 days after where the soreness really sets in. Yes, okay, that's soreness, where you could actually get warmed up. If you warm up your body, the soreness kind of goes away, right? Yeah, you're sore, exactly, Eric. You're sore and tight, but you're not in pain. So like you can play through and work out through soreness, but pain, no. So pain is something that when it actually hurts, okay? So I wouldn't describe soreness as hurts. Some people might, but soreness is typically, like I said, just sore, tight, and just the muscles. So like when you rub the muscles, if it's like a leg muscle, it kind of feels like a bruise. So that's soreness. Now pain is something typically it's more specific to a particular spot, right? So like if I bang my hand on something, or if I got hit by a pitch, that's gonna be pain in there. It's an acute pain, right? And if you have any kind of pain like that in your back or in your ankle, knee, hip, neck, shoulder, arm, elbow, whatever, then you shut it down, okay? So that's just being aware of, to be aware of pain and soreness, that there is a difference, okay? Pain, don't play through pain, but you can play through soreness, okay? And then recovery, and sometimes you just need to rest. Rest is huge. There's nothing really better that you can do for yourself than rest, especially if you don't have resources to like a sports medicine trainer, okay? Cardio is good for recovery. So like low intensity cardio is good. So even going for a walk, or going for a jog, or riding a bike, stationary bike if you're at the gym, the treadmill, anything that gets your blood flowing helps aid in recovery. Okay, so typically like pitchers will run long distance after they throw to kind of get the blood flowing and flush out the, it escapes me right now. Maybe you guys can think of the lactic acid. So like the lactic acid in your arm, jogging kind of flushes that out of the muscles. Let's see, arm, leg recovery. If you do experience pain in a specific area, ice and rest, okay? Ice, what is that? Ice, rest, and heat? I forget the order how they do it. I can let you know on that. I can do a little info sheet, or I'll do a little download for you on download for rest and recovery. But does that answer your question, Jack? For now? I'll definitely talk about it later. Let's see. And then Jackson at home. Okay, cool. So Jackson, like at home stuff. It's funny enough, you can actually, and this is actually kind of a cool little tip, but I didn't figure this out, or I didn't discover this until, when was I? It was later in my career when I started pitching, and I found out a way that you can actually long toss, play catch in your house with a real ball. And you can throw it as hard as you can. Does that sound cool? If so, I'll share that with you. I totally forgot about it. Does that sound cool? Throwing as hard as you can a real baseball in the house, which you could maybe in the garage. Jackson, yes, okay. Jack, yes, okay. So this is like actually it's perfect for like a day like today, right? So if you wanted to get your throwing in, how you do that? All right, Shane. So I'm gonna do a little thing for you, little Eric, okay? I'll actually put it together, but I'll explain to you right now. So what you do is you can take like a baseball sock, right? You take a baseball sock, you put a baseball in the sock, okay? And so it needs to be a longer sock. So you take a baseball sock, put the baseball in the sock, you put your hand into the sock, okay? Up to maybe about halfway. Then you take tape. So if you have like athletic tape, you tape around the sock, around your wrist. Not too tight, but just enough that it won't go over your hand, right? So now you have a sock from here to here with a ball in it. And then what you can do is you grab the ball with a 4-seam grip, and you can actually, and I'm just gonna recommend that you go slow just in case it doesn't, and make sure it's a good sock with no holes in it. That's probably a good thing. Make sure there's no holes in the sock. It needs to be a strong sock, okay? And you can actually throw the ball within the sock, and the sock catches it. I thought it was pretty cool, and I did it a few times, and you can throw the ball as hard as you want, and it's going nowhere. So it's pretty cool. So let me know. Thumbs up. Is that cool? Does that make sense? Sock. Jack, cool. Engineer. Oh yeah. I can't take credit for that. I did discover that, I think, online or something. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. All right. So that's a nifty little way to actually throw, to play a little catch if need be, right? Obviously, if you can get inside, if you have a facility that you guys like to go to, you can do some throwing into a net or something. Otherwise, arm strength, you can do tubing. So if you have, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Jaeger bands. If you know what the Jaeger bands are, give me a thumbs up. Jaeger bands. I think it's Jaeger. Yeah, Jaeger bands. You guys know what those are? Yeah, okay. Most pitchers usually have them. They have the Velcro. They go around the wrist, and then the little clip, little clip on the fence. So stuff like that you can definitely do in your house, obviously. Forearm strengthening. So I've actually started it. I have to finish it. A forearm workout for you guys to implement into your gym workouts. So a couple of the exercises are going to be, the wrist rollers that have a rope. It's usually a tube or a pipe, and there's a rope, and you can connect like a 5, 10, 20 pound weight at the bottom, and then you roll it. You guys know what that is? Okay. Don't worry about this. I'm gonna put this into a little workout, just like the other ones for you guys. So that's one. Another one is, I do that. Yeah, there's another one. You can even just do a grip strength. Oh, I don't have it. There's a grip strength little adjustable tension type thing that you can get at like Target. I can even send you the link to it, actually. You can get it on Amazon, and that's cool that you can kind of just sit, watch TV, even if you're doing homework, use your other hand, whatever, kind of alternate back and forth. Because your grip is the last portion, the last link in the chain of throwing the ball, right? So if you can increase your grip in your fingers, the strength in your fingers, in your wrists, and in your forearms, and even down in your tendons, is going to help you build arm strength. And I have those, Caleb, cool. Can definitely help with throwing and hitting. Another one is rice bucket. Has anyone ever heard of the rice bucket routine or exercise? Thumbs up on the rice bucket if you've heard of it. Rice bucket. No, Jack, no. Shane, yeah, okay. Eric, no. Eric, no. Was that everybody? Jax, I've talked to you about. Jackson, I've talked to you about the rice bucket, right? No? No? Anyone? Anyone? No? Nothing? Crickets? Other things you can do at home for your arm strength are is just the rest of your body, strengthening your core, stretching. That's another one. Also for Jack, the recovery, stretching. So doing some kind of cardio that increases your blood flow and then go into a stretch. Another one is foam roll. Have you guys heard of or seen? I'm sure you've seen them. Have you used, or say, have you heard, do you know what a foam roller is? How about that? Jack, you know what a foam roller is? Do you have one? Do you use one? Or have you ever used one, Jack? Shane, yes. I suppose I shouldn't ask multiple questions at once, because then I don't know which ones you're answering. Jack has one? Okay, cool. Eric, cool. Jackson, cool. Is that everybody? Do you guys, now, okay, now, separate question. Okay, you all know what they are? Was that the, now, give me a thumbs up again if you actually use a foam roller regularly. So otherwise, I'm gonna put together a little workout for you. Jack, good. Jackson, Shane, no, okay. Shane, you catch, right, Shane? Eric, no, okay. Shane, yes, okay. Yeah, definitely Shane. You may feel good day to day, but it's just because you guys are still young. You haven't, luckily, hopefully, haven't experienced many injuries or soreness. I have one, but I don't really know how to use it. Cool, perfect. I am going to put together a little routine, a foam rolling routine that you guys can follow. I'll even send you like a little link that maybe you can get one off like Amazon or something. They're pretty cheap. They make smaller ones that you can kind of throw in your ball bag. But it's just, I'll explain later more about why I think it's good. But just in a nutshell, to sum it up. Dude, I love the foam roller. I was like addicted to it once I discovered it, and I carried one around with me everywhere. So for like sore muscles, sore arms, sore shoulders, sore back, sore hamstrings, quads. Literally your entire body. You can essentially massage is what it is. It is it's a form of self massage, and so you can get into those areas that are bugging you, if they are bugging you. If not, if you don't have really any areas that are bugging you, it's still good just to do it because it increases blood flow and helps in recovery. Also, and just loosens up your arm. I used to use it on my arm and my shoulder before I'd throw, and man, it was like, it took off minutes and a dozen throws off my warming up. So it helped me warm up much faster. Let's see, what was I got that was on recovery. So for the arm strength at home, the sock throw thing, the forearm workouts, let's see, core. So even just doing a core workout, and I'm gonna put together one for you guys on that too. So anything that can improve your overall body strength right, can help improve arm strength. Same thing with hitting. If anything can improve your overall body strength, as your strength as a human being, physical strength, then it will help you in sports, in anything, right? Let's see. Was that it? Was there any questions I didn't answer? I got Jack on the recovery for now. Jackson, those are some arm strength tips. I gotta put together the foam rolling routine, especially for a catcher. Shane, foam rolling will be huge, especially if you continue to catch and at the next level, you're gonna get beat up. The rice bucket. Did you say? Oh yeah, the rice bucket. Okay. So what a rice bucket is actually used in recovery for people with hand or wrist injuries, right? Primarily, but it's pretty popular, like in pro ball, professional players, and like more advanced athletes, which you guys are gonna get there. So it's exactly how it sounds. It is a rice bucket. It is a bucket full of rice, and what you do is you're digging your hands into the rice, squeezing, twisting, moving your fingers around. It creates resistance in every single direction. So you're able to do curls inside the rice, you're twisting. So every movement that you make underneath the rice, and you'd be in the bucket, the rice would be like up to your forearm. Every way you move, every angle, there is resistance, and that just builds crazy forearm strength. That was one of the things that I did religiously. Not the rice bucket. I did that time to time, but I worked my forearms all the time. Almost every workout. Whenever I had a bat in my hand, I had a donut. I've talked to Jackson about this. Have I talked to Caleb? I'm not sure if I talked to Caleb and Jack about it, but I'm gonna get one for you guys if you don't have one already. One of those little blue 16-ounce donuts. It's one of the things I tell the college kids, and it's kind of a pain because they don't really want to listen. But you guys are different. You guys want to get better. So always having a donut on your bat will incredibly improve your hitting power, your bat speed, your hand strength, your bat control. It will flat out make you a better hitter, in my opinion. And then with the rice bucket, I'm gonna give you a little detailed little write-up, and I'll show you pictures, and or you're more than welcome. Go ahead and look it up, Google it, rice bucket, if you want to get started on it. Super easy. You just get a bucket from like Lowe's or something, and maybe you even have one in your garage, and you throw like 5, 10, maybe like 10 pounds of 10, maybe like 5, 8 pounds of rice in it. Anything else? I'm kind of babbling, I feel like. Anything? Anyone? Let's see. Do you have any other questions at the moment? If not, say no. No, okay. Jack, no. No. Shane, no, okay. Eric, no, okay. Jackson, no, okay. All right, so I'm gonna just talk a little bit about, let's see, the other stuff that I plan to talk about during the program, the test group, and then the program beyond the test group if you decide to stay a member. So we're going to be talking about the mindset and the other side of the game that I missed out on over my career. the importance of mindset, essentially sports psychology, right? It's all, and I've talked a little bit about you guys that have worked with me before. I've mentioned this, and I can't stress it enough how it will take your game to the next level, right? If you want to get in better shape, right? If you want to build muscle, right? Your mind needs to make the decision to do so, right? Your mind is the control center for everything. Even for your lungs to breathe, for your heart to beat. Your mind controls those things, right? Your mind is the control center. So we'll talk about approach, even specifically applied mindset to hitting, to fielding, to dealing with umpires, to dealing with coaches, because not every coach is going to first of all, not all coaches are created equal, right? There are many coaches, many good coaches, but there are some coaches that can be a little closed-minded when it comes to certain things. So I experienced every type of coach, but the problem was not the coach with me. The problem was me. The problem was how I responded to these coaches, to their theories that maybe I didn't agree with. And the truth is, you are going to have dozens of coaches probably over your career, right? Obviously depending on how long you guys play and pursue baseball, you are going to have a ton of different coaches, and they're all going to think differently. They're human beings, so they're going to be different. And we'll talk about how to have the right mindset to be able to to listen. Really is the biggest key, is to have the mindset that, okay, I want to listen. I think that maybe I don't agree with everything this coach says, but maybe there's something that he has, that he knows, that can help me, right? If you think that way every time someone is talking, you're going to gain from it. Eventually you will gain something. You will learn something that you didn't know before, and that you can take you can take forward into the future to improve your game, right? So we'll talk about stuff like that. I think it was Caleb. I heard Caleb, I was talking to your mom, and she said that you had a question, and it was a really good question. I think it was something about, in the on deck circle? Or like what you think on the way to an at bat or something? Is that right? Does that sound familiar? Let me know if that's. I was talking to Caleb. You there? Did I bore you to death? Caleb? Calling Caleb. Maybe we lost Caleb. Anyways, I'll keep going. But so we'll talk about mindset, approach, different theories, different concepts of the game, on the field, game situations, right? We'll talk about like confidence. That rings a bell? Yeah, just rings a bell. Okay. Yeah, there was something like that. I don't know. I'm sure it'll come back to you at some point. But your mom had mentioned it, and I totally forgot. I was in the car. I didn't write it down. But it was a really good question. But like when you guys have those questions about like certain things like that, then that's what we are going to work on. Let's see. Work on like building confidence, like how to be confident, how to stay hot when you're going hot, right? You guys ever experienced? Give me a thumbs up if you've ever experienced a hot streak where it's like you can't do any wrong, you can't get out, you're like unstoppable. Jack, yep. Jackson, yep. Shane, yep. Let's see who else. Eric, we're wait on Eric. You ever get hot, Eric? Well, you just can't. Yeah. Let's see who else. There's one other person I'm waiting on. I wish your messages stayed on the screen longer. So we're gonna talk about that. How, Caleb, cool. So to answer this question, what are you guys thinking about when you're in those hot streaks? Think about it for a sec. Think about it for a second. What are you thinking in your at bat? In your at bats during your hot streak? Go ahead, answer. Oh, are you guys typing? Hoping. Thinking back to other at-bats and what I did before. Are you, Caleb? Even when you're hot? I mean, it could be right. It could be true. There's no wrong answer. There's really no wrong answer. I just want you to think about it. Nothing can stop me and just on me. just get on base. Attaboy, Jack. Yep. So your confidence, right? So that's one thing. Your confidence is high when you're hot. Does anyone else what they are thinking about when you're in a hot streak? Anyone else? See ball, hit ball. Exactly, Jackson. Not going to strike out and get on base. Okay. All right, Eric. Okay. Just get on base. Exactly. So the point is that you're not really thinking about much. Like, you may be thinking, yeah, sure, of course, get on base. That's like obvious, right? That's your obvious goal, is to get on base, see ball, hit ball, all these things. But the point is that you're not thinking about your mechanics. You're not thinking about where your hands are. You're not thinking about your timing. Everything is happening on its own. Okay, and that is because that you have put in the work on the side. You've done your pre-game workouts, you've done your workouts on the weekend, you've done you've hit the gym, you've hit the track, you've ran stairs, you've done, all these different workouts that I'm going to give you. You've done all the preparation, right? So you're confident. You go in the game when you're confident, you square up a ball, now you're hot. Okay? You go into the next at bat, you don't need to think about anything, okay? Because you're confident, right? What happens when you get out of a slump, or I'm sorry, out of a hot streak? What starts to happen? Or what's a better question? Keep it simple. How do we get out of a hot streak? What happens when we're no longer in a hot streak? Go ahead and answer. And just keep your answers as short as possible. Overthinking. That was Shane. Overthinking. Yep. When I'm thinking too much. Boom. Eric. Yep. Get ahead of yourself. Yes. I think there may be a couple other guys. Overthinking. Yep. So what ends up happening, right? Like you said, you're overthinking. You have a couple bad at bats. You start to get frustrated, because usually when you're on a hot streak, you're not hitting 1,000, right? Maybe you're 5 for 10, but you made 5 outs. Maybe there was a strikeout. Maybe there was a hard hit ball. Maybe there was a rollover or something. But it's still an out. But you're still hot and you're still confident. And you're hot and you're confident because you're not thinking about the 5 outs. You're thinking about the 5 hits, or not thinking about it at all, because your confidence is up here. And when your confidence is up here, you perform better, right? If you're confident and you're relaxed in your approach at the plate. So the point is that all the things that we do that we're doing in a hot streak, we can control. Okay? You can control your confidence level. Okay? You can control how relaxed you are. Right? You can't control what pitch is being thrown, but you can control your swing, what pitches you swing at, and how what you are thinking or not thinking up here. So we will talk about this more in depth later, but the point is that if you do all the things that you can control on the baseball field, you will therefore be in more control of the game and more in control of yourself and of your results. Okay? Like I said, we can't control the pitch, we can't control the speed, the location, but we can cover our end, and that is our goal, is to cover our end, everything that we can control. Like I said, it will give you more consistent results on a regular basis. And when you are in those hot streaks, you can keep those hot streaks will become longer, and your cold streaks will become shorter when you understand the formula of how to be in the zone. right? Does that sound cool? Say, or a thumbs up if that's cool, if that's what you'd like to learn more about that. Jack, right on. Caleb, yep. Shane, yep. Eric, yep. All right, cool guys. So that's kind of in a summary, the mindset part that we're going to be talking about over the course of the month, and then of course if you stick with me later on, and I'm going to do, there will be little video, like a tutorial or like a video course where I will record myself maybe talking to or in front of like a dry erase board, where I can kind of go over some of those concepts and I can draw out some visuals, and those videos will be anywhere from like 5 to 10 minutes. I'll try and keep them short, and they will be posted in your account area on the website, okay? How about any questions on the website? Did anybody have any issues with that? It seems like everything's working okay. You can give a thumbs up, or if there is something that you want to mention, then go for it. Do it now. Community resources. Shane, cool. Caleb, cool. Anybody else? Jack, cool. Eric, cool. I think we're waiting on one more thumbs up. I think there's one more person. If there's any questions about anything right now, we'll try and wrap it up here. It's been almost an hour, dude. Pretty easy to go an hour on this thing. If there's any questions about anything, let me know right now. If you have anything, or suggestions, or just anything, thoughts, share. If you don't have any questions or anything right now, then say no. I don't really have anything. Okay. Caleb. One thing though, if you guys do, if you think of something, or even something that you maybe even have Googled, like anything about baseball, anything related to baseball and performance and working out and nutrition and whatever, those types of things, let me know, or write them down yourself. Write them down or text them to yourself or text them to me, okay? So then I can know what it is that you guys are looking for. This program is designed for guys like you, guys that are highly like committed to taking their game to the next level. So I don't have anything. Okay, no problem. You don't need, that's not a worry. But just know that you have an opportunity with the test group to, of course, help me, but it's so that I can help you, the famous Toby Maguire, help me help you. If you tell me what you want or what you need, in addition to what I think you need and that will help you, we can create a pretty awesome like program for you guys. Essentially, it'd be like a one-stop shop. You can come to my site, come to me, and get help and guidance in nutrition, in training, in arm strength, in bat speed, in running speed, in the mindset, and the sports psychology. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about what this program is going to be. So you have an opportunity in the test group to be able to shape it to fit your needs from your perspective. Okay. So I'm going to ask one thing, if you guys could, and then we're going to wrap it up. If you could go over to, you're probably on your phones, but when you're done here, when we sign off, go over to your account, click on the January link, and then go to where it says join Facebook group. And then you can click on the word here, where it says join Facebook group here. Click on that, and then head on over to that. Oh wait, you guys might not even have Facebook. Do you guys all have Facebook? Give me a thumbs up if you have. Thumbs up or thumbs down if you have or have not. Do not have Facebook. Does your dad have Facebook, Eric? Shane down. Okay, yeah, you guys don't really do Facebook. That's 3. Jax, yes. Okay, you don't. Thumbs up if your guys' parents have Facebook. I'm guessing probably yes. Or, yeah, Caleb, okay. Jack, okay. Eric, okay. I guess it's an older person thing, huh? Facebook. Okay. Okay. So we can see if you guys, I don't know if there's any parents watching right now, but if they are, hello. But if not, run this by your parents to see if they'd be willing to either if ask permission, of course, see if they're cool with you creating a Facebook, or if they want to join up, you can take them to your site and they can click on the link and then sign up, connect or join the click to join the Ferrante baseball page. Yeah, Facebook's not very popular with you guys. Either way, it'd be good to have your parents be able to have something that can they can communicate, build a community, and sharing, asking questions or sharing. In the bottom, did you guys notice in the bottom of when you go to the website that there is a circle, a red little message icon circle in the bottom right corner? Have you guys noticed that? Thumbs up if you've noticed that. It should pop up when you go to the website, asking if you have any questions. Let me know if you've seen that or noticed it. No? Okay, Jack. Oh no, really? Oh, maybe you just haven't noticed because it should be coming up. Okay, so I'm thinking it should be there. Maybe you just didn't notice. So when you're done here, when we sign off, go to the website and look in the bottom right corner, whether you're on a mobile or you're on a laptop, you'll see there's a little messaging icon. Oh, Jax, you've seen it? Okay. I mean, that's good. At least I know it works. There's a little messaging icon, and you can click on that, and you can actually chat through Facebook with me directly. Of course, you have my text. You can text me directly too, so feel free to do that. But also, like, if your parents are ever like on the website or anything, they can chat through Facebook. Okay. Let's see. What else? I think we're about done. Or any other questions? Last time. Last time. Any questions? Nope. Cool, Eric. Eric, looking forward to meeting you, buddy. Hopefully we can get it going next weekend. Hopefully the weather clears up. All right, Shane. Cool. I'm all good. Jack, you're all good? Okay. All good. Did you guys like this? Did you guys like doing the live like this? Give me 2 thumbs up if you give 2 thumbs up if you like doing the YouTube lives like this. Cool. Cool, Eric. Jack, cool. Caleb, cool. Shane, cool. Do you guys think, Shane, 3 thumbs, 4, now we're talking. Do you think this is something you want to do, you would like once a week? Maybe? As you're working out, as you're going through stuff, you get questions. Would this be like a once a week type thing that you might like? I was thinking once a month or twice a month. But we can do once a week, no problem. Say yes if you like this, and if you'd like to maybe do it, and how many times you would like to do it. Let's say through the course of a month. Would once a week be cool? So that'd be 4 per month. And we can keep it to like an hour, 30, 40 minutes to an hour. Anyone? Yes, 3 to 4. Okay. Yes. Especially, yeah. Oh, especially during the season. Absolutely. So during the season, we can do lives and we'll talk about your game, in-game situation type stuff when you have questions. 4 times a month. Okay, cool. Cool. Then we'll do it 4 times a month. So we'll do in addition to. So even if once a week sounds good, perfect. Okay, right on. We can definitely do that. And like I said, we'll try and keep it around this time. If it's too long, I mean, obviously you can always sign off whenever you need to. If you miss this, if you miss the lives, and I'm still kind of working on this, but there will be an archived video, and I will put the link to our lives into your account area on the website. I'll put a link to it. So, but I think that's it for today, guys. Cool. This was cool. This was fun. Yeah, and like I said, let me know when you have questions. Let me know, send them my way, and then I'll either put them onto the website, or we'll just answer them via the YouTube Live. Cool. So keep an eye out. I'm gonna text you guys for next week, depending on the weather. If the weather is good, there's a U.S. Baseball Academy camp at Solano from noon to 4:30, which kind of sucks. They only do it for 4 weeks, so after that we would be free, but we'd have to kind of squeeze in a little workout in the morning before that. So if 10 a.m. works for you guys, let me know if that's cool. 10 a.m. to, we'll probably do like 11:30, so it'd be kind of a condensed version just because of the scheduling. In Solano, we have practice on Saturday. Anytime you can be there. Okay, cool. Cool, Jack. Excuse me. Anyways, hope you guys had a great New Year, huh? Happy New Year. Anytime? Okay. Yeah, other guys, let me know if 10 a.m. if that sounds cool for Sundays. We can always do same as Jack, and Happy New Year. Thank you guys. And then, like, instead of doing the workout, we can always come back and do a little live if you guys have questions and stuff. So I'll try and get some more stuff onto the website so that you can start implementing, like, arm strength stuff, foam rolling. What else were we talking about? Forearm workouts, rice bucket, that kind of stuff, so that you guys can look that over and start adding it to your workouts. So, all right, guys, cool. Let's wrap this up. All right, you guys have a good rest of your Sunday. And like I said, any questions, shoot them my way. All right. I'm going to tell your folks I say hello, and we'll talk soon. All right, guys. Give me a piece. All right, cool. No problem, Shane, man. It's fun. I like it. You got Jack. Cool, Jacks. I think, is that everyone? All right, Eric. Cool. Talk to you guys soon. All right? All right, take care.